Beloved, you don't want a relationship that performs well. You want love that's real, steady, sincere, and safe enough for your nervous system to stop doing parkour. You want a partner who shows up on a random Tuesday, not just when they're inspired, ovulating, caffeinated, or trying to secure the deal. If what you crave is devotion with a pulse, stay with me. Here's the external problem. Some people are incredible at first impressions and absolutely tragic at sustained integrity. They don't date to discover, they date to win. So you get the highlighted reel, the premium package, the I've never felt this way deluxe subscription. And then, once you're emotionally invested, they quietly downgrade you to the free trial. Sound familiar? And the internal problem? Your body gets recruited. You start rereading text like they're ancient scripture. You narrate their inconsistency as they're just busy. You call anxiety excitement because your attachment system is trying to make the story work. And the spiritual problem is this: love should never, ever require self betrayal, even if they're attractive, even if the chemistry is loud, even if the fantasy is so pretty you want to live inside of it. Even if, even if, even if. A mask is not intimacy. A performance is not partnership. Hello, love and Satnam. I'm Guru Mora, founder of Ascension Academy and creator of the Enlightened Lover course, where spirituality meets psychology, somatics, and conscious relationship mastery. And I'm not here to make you suspicious. I'm here to make you so discerning that your softness becomes a privilege, not a liability. Because you don't need to harden, you need to see. So here's the plan. Simple enough to remember even when you're blushing and bonded. I call this the 3P test. Pace, slow intimacy to match reality. Proof, prioritize consistency over charisma. And 3, permission, test their relationship with no. If you can do those 3 things, you can stop getting seduced by potential and start selecting for character. Let's break it down. Some people know they're performing. They've learned that charm is a key and your heart is a door. So they love bomb, fast affection like fireworks, pretty, loud, and over in like 12 seconds. They love to mirror you. They'll say something like, "Oh, I love that music too. That's my favorite song too." Or they'll say that they have the same morals as you and definitely give you the energy of, "I just want what you want." They also future fake, like marriage talk before they can even show up on time. They also are experts at weaponizing vulnerability, like a tragic backstory used as a VIP wristband. They're not building intimacy, they're building access. They don't want connection, they just want entry. And if we're talking about the subconscious performer, the subtler kind, they perform because their nervous system believes that the real them won't be chosen. So they shapeshift. They become what you want. Not always malicious, sometimes just terrified. But here's the pattern underneath. When someone is ashamed of who they really are, they offer you character and call it love, even if they feel sincere in the moment, even if they mean it at first. If it's anchored in reality, it will not survive reality. And reality is always undefeated. There's no hiding here. Dead fish always rise to the surface. Now, if you want freedom, you can't only ask, why did they do this to me? You must also ask, what in me was hungry for their illusion? Because performers often target people who lead with empathy before discernment, who also confuse intensity with intimacy, who feel responsible for others' emotions, and overinvest early because they're craving safety. And listen, sometimes the victim pattern isn't weakness, it's a big heart with an undertrained boundary. A performer loves a big-hearted person who's willing to move into a house they haven't yet toured. Here are the signs that save you: pace, proof, and permission, plus the body. Pace is always a tell. Healthy love doesn't rush your nervous system. A red flag is that they'll fast track closeness before you have evidence. If intimacy is accelerating faster than reality can support, pause. If you're planning a future together, but you don't know how they handle disappointment, dear one, you're buying the outfit before checking the return policy. Proof: consistency over charisma. Charisma is a spark. Consistency is the real skill. Here are some hot red flags to look out for. Poetic words, but slippery actions. Hot and cold texting. Vanishing and returning like it's a seasonal allergy. Privacy that feels like secrecy. Vague answers about basic life details. Sulking when you don't comply. If the vibe is immaculate, but the behavior is missing, that's not romance. I'm sorry, but that's marketing. And number 3, here are the mirroring without substance red flags. They agree with everything. No preferences, no grounded values, just vibes and flattery. If they become your twin in 72 hours, congratulations, you're dating a mood ring. Permission. Watch their relationship with no. Say no to something small. Here are the red flags to look out for with that: guilt, pressure, punishment, pouting. Green flags: respect, steadiness, and emotional adulthood. A grown partner can hear no without turning it into an emotional hostage situation. Body never lies. Your body knows before your mind wants to. If you feel a tight chest, mental spinning, high, and then crash, the urge to prove yourself, I'm sorry to break it to you. That's not romance. That's your nervous system being recruited. If you ignore these signs, here's the cost. You keep negotiating for basics like effort and clarity. That's bare minimum. You'll keep explaining away disrespect. You keep bonding to potential and bleeding out your own peace. Worst of all, you start thinking you're too much. No, you're not too much. You're just too available to inconsistency. Now let's lock in the antidote: authenticity. Authenticity isn't a vibe, it's congruence. And genuineness isn't a feeling, it's consistency over time. Because anyone can be amazing for a weekend. Anyone can say the right thing while they're trying to win you. But the truth has a signature. It repeats. Real authenticity looks like them showing up the same on Tuesday as they do on Saturday. They won't punish you for your boundaries. They don't need you to shrink to keep them comfortable, and their words and actions match. without you coaching them into decency. If they're only consistent when you're easy to love, that's not love, that's customer service. And when you embody your truth fully, you stop auditioning, you stop chasing, and you stop negotiating. And performative people will get bored because there's no stage, no hooks, and no loopholes. So here's your next step. Try the 3P test this week. Pace, proof, permission. Then comment consistency if this landed. Here's your ending journal prompt. Where have I mistaken intensity for intimacy? And what boundary would make me unavailable to that pattern? And if you're ready to stop repeating this storyline, different phase, same lesson, come deeper with me inside the Enlightened Lover course. We train discernment, attachment healing, somatic boundaries, and the skills of secure, soulful love. And if you're done learning through pain and ready to learn through power, I'll meet you there.